I came down here so I wouldn't disturb Jean. I had to change my shirt tore. It's really old, so it just kind of got so thin that I went to adjust it, and my thumb went straight through it. It already had some tears. Wasn't really a shirt I wore out anymore because of that. This one has some holes down, but again, it's an around the house shirt, so I try to save stuff that doesn't have holes for other things. What? You all up in my grill. Lucky's helping right now. Our soon-to-be ex-landlord, I kind of snapped and told him that we recorded, so now he's been trying to flip everything around, and I've had to repeatedly tell him, we have recordings of you, acknowledging and admitting this as is. And now he's trying to pretend like he didn't know, and then I actually had a moment where I realized that he was even shittier than we're saying, because there's stuff that's needed fixed for so long, like we don't even look at it anymore. Like the security door, there was this one time someone tried to break in and they kicked it in, and there's a part of it that's kind of like fucked up from that, and our old property manager had done like a temporary fix, but the owner at the time, the one before him, didn't want to pay. Didn't want to pay to actually have it fixed. So eventually it sort of came back up. And it didn't stay there anymore, and we've gotten so used to it. We've gotten so used to avoiding it, to being careful of it. Nobody's wanted to fix it, and he doesn't either. And Rob couldn't keep on fixing it, because whenever he bought the place, he said, I want to do everything myself, except he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He didn't seal the faucet right whenever he put it in, so he's gonna end up at one point having to face that. I don't even feel like dealing with him right now. I've given up. He's got no interest in keeping this place up. We literally are giving this place back to him in better condition than we got it. And all he's doing is just continuously trying to throw us under the bus. He is a scumbag. He'd like to think he's something else, but he's literally just a scumbag. He didn't even clean up the faucet before he installed it. This was clearly used. It had calcium buildup and all that. The same stuff that we're seeing on ours. The same stuff that's clogging ours because there's so much of it. He's got on the outside of this, and then he has the nerve, seriously. There's only so much I can do. What, Lucky? Why'd you go upstairs and start meowing? Come here, baby kitty. Come here, sweet boy. Meow. He's doing this to get that reaction. He does this every once in a while. I think it's because he doesn't know what to do. Because he's grounded me and I'm still upset. Normally, in day-to-day, but this is something that I don't think is ever not going to be upsetting. It's kind of like a different kind of upset than I guess he's used to. I mean, there's heartbreak, and then there's that sort of crazy making stuff that goes on. And that's what it's called whenever someone tries to flip that on you and suddenly pretend like reality is completely different than it really is. It's called crazy making behavior, and my ex-husband used to do it to me all the time. And my grandmother. And I dealt with this so much that there was actually a point whenever I was convinced that I was crazy. Like, I legitimately thought that I was crazy. And the moment that I realized that I wasn't and I tried to speak out, I was labeled for that. I was a problem because of that. Like, nobody actually wanted to just listen to me about my thoughts and feelings. Actually, even after everything, my site that I go to for PTSD, and that is all that is on my diagnosis sheet at this point, I had to post my psych eval and let them know that I had done so publicly to the internet in order to get them to behave. Like, it's actually on my channel somewhere. And I'd do it again if I had to. The fact of the matter is I shouldn't have had to. I didn't record it with the intention of posting it. I record all of them. I record every interaction that I have with them. I record all of it. Because in a battle of my word against theirs, they have all the power. So I remove that from the equation. By always having evidence, whether I think the person is trustworthy or not. Doesn't matter, because I can be wrong. I mean, at first I thought that this guy was harmless, this landlord, but I mean, he didn't get better in 2 years. He ain't getting no better. He's just a slumlord in the making. Well, he's already a slumlord. I mean, if stuff gets fixed around here, we've typically done it in the past 2 years. And we didn't know about the new stuff that went in, where you could fix stuff, and then, because the law actually changed, apparently, where you can fix stuff and deduct it from the rent. Otherwise, we would have been doing that. Giving him notices and receipts and being, we fixed this, and